it's After Shower Cookie Carol. Sorry, I was turning down the music in the back. I was listening. Anyways, so yeah, I had this drive that I just went on and did some thinking. I know most of you are like, girl, just journal it. This is my way of journaling. I'm just not a writer. I need to be because I want to write 2 books. But I was just thinking, at what point when we become adults that we stop practicing the basic skills that we were taught when we were children, basic polite skills such as be there for your friend, help a friend out when a friend's in need, saying please and thank you, apologizing when you do something wrong, whether you meant to or not. Like, what point did that get lost in translation from adolescence to adulthood? And I'm gonna have to pray because I know I'm going to sound judgy, and I am not perfect by any means, form, or fashion. I never claim to be perfect. If I was perfect, I wouldn't have to apologize so much. So we know I'm not perfect, and I know I'm not perfect. But besides of that being the basic elements that were taught to us, not only by our family, but by teachers. My buddy's having a moment. I just don't understand why that can't be implemented still. I get the whole we gotta have boundaries and that kind of stuff, and you have to protect yourself. But doesn't God, if we are Christian or believe in a higher power or whatnot, doesn't the higher power, God, whatever your belief is, calls us to be there for other people? I don't remember it saying abandon your friend who needs you and set boundaries. Like, maybe I missed that in the Bible. I don't know. And I'm not saying don't be healthy and don't set boundaries. I'm just trying to think, like, where is, like, a lot of people use that excuse, well, I'm setting boundaries and that kind of stuff. It's like, we all can do that, and we all can stay in our little box, and we're all overwhelmed. And I don't know if I doubt I do, but I don't believe I put off the perception that I'm not overwhelmed. I wouldn't be going through mental health right now. I wouldn't have depression. I wouldn't have anxiety if I had it all together, if I wasn't going through things. And I am. But I'm not leaving anyone. I'm not saying that stay in and be abused or anything like that. I don't abuse people, or to my knowledge, what the definition of abuse is, I don't do that to people. But so I'm not saying you can't stick your ground. I just don't know where the transition of, hey, I'm not accepting what you're doing, but let's work through things, stop, and which is the help a friend in need, and then it's like, no, backing off, I'm done. And that's like turning your back on someone who needs you, abandoning a person and cutting them off or whatnot. And again, as adolescents, we were taught help a friend in need. As Christians, we're taught to love and be there. And then again, with the other portion of saying please and thank you when people do things for you, and be appreciative of who's in your life and that kind of stuff, and thank them when you can. I don't know where that got lost at. And the big thing is the saying sorry. And a lot of people are like, well, don't say sorry if you don't mean it. And I get that. But to put the stipulation on, like, I don't think people should say sorry just to manipulate somebody. But to put the stipulation on someone is like, don't say sorry and don't ever mess up again. I think that's too high of a bar because we're human. We're all going to mess up. But if you see that person's actually trying and they are saying sorry, even though they're faltering in the thing that they continuously say sorry for, but they're actively trying, how can one not accept that? and just walk away and abandon the person? How can one claim they have such deep feelings, platonic or not, for someone, and that person is telling you, or maybe even showing you that they're struggling, and you just walk away? How can someone see someone struggle but still go beyond their means to help you, and you can't say thank you? You can't apologize, bringing more stress on that person. I don't know. I'm just at a loss of words. So I don't want to turn into a bitter person. I don't want to turn to what the devil wants me to turn to, which is the devil obviously comes to kill, steal, and destroy. I love love. I am love. God is love. And I am not perfect, clearly. And there's going to be days that I'm like Christ. Well, I'm always going to be like Christ, or try to be. But sometimes I'm going to be flip the table, Jesus. And sometimes I'm going to be more kinder, gentler Jesus. But there's days that it's hard because I do want to do to others as they've done to me. But I can't bring myself to do that because we're all hurting and we all need somebody. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's so easy for people in my life to do so. Except for the fact of my video yesterday saying that it's because I'm usable and not valuable to people. But I don't know how to change that. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I was just thinking. I'm just like, how is it that the basic concept of what we were taught as children, help a friend in need, be there for a friend, say please and thank you, and say sorry, get so lost. Right, that's all I had, guys.